Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this electrifying breakdown of one of the most talked about moments in daytime TV history, the heated clash between Hollywood heartthrob Chris Evans and The View's fiery co-host Joy Behar that has set social media ablaze and left audiences gasping. Picture this, it's a crisp October morning in 2025, and the set of The View buzzes with anticipation as Chris Evans, fresh off promoting his latest action-packed thriller, Red Horizon, struts onto the stage. Dressed in a sharp navy suit that hugs his chiseled frame just right, Evans flashes that signature million-dollar smile, charming the crowd instantly with waves and quick hugs for the panel. Whoopi Goldberg kicks things off with her warm, booming laugh, introducing him as the man who makes superheroes look human, and vice versa. Sonny Hostin chimes in with praise for his environmental advocacy, while Sarah Haynes gushes over his rom-com comeback. But then there's Joy Behar, the veteran firebrand, eyeing him with that trademark smirk, her red blouse popping against the colorful set like a warning flare. The audience senses the spark before a word is spoken. After all, Behar's no stranger to grilling guests, especially those with a liberal bent like Evans, who's been vocal about progressive causes. As the applause dies down, Joy leans forward, her glasses perched on the tip of her nose, and launches right in. "Chris, darling, we love Captain America saving the world on screen, but off-screen, you're dodging the draft on some real issues, like why Hollywood's still a boys' club." The studio erupts in murmurs, and Evans, caught mid-sip of his coffee, sets it down slowly, his blue eyes narrowing just a fraction. It's clear from the jump, this isn't the fluffy promo chat everyone expected. The tension crackles like static electricity, drawing in millions who tuned in live and even more who stumbled upon the clip later. Social media timelines explode within minutes. #Evans vs Behar trends worldwide, with fans dissecting every micro-expression. What starts as a light jab about gender equality in film quickly spirals into a raw, unfiltered debate that exposes the raw underbelly of celebrity activism and media scrutiny. Evans, known for his thoughtful interviews, isn't one to back down. He's prepared, notepad in hand from his pre-show huddle with producers. Behar, ever the provocateur, smells blood in the water and dives deeper, her New York accent sharpening like a knife. The other co-hosts exchange glances. Whoopi's eyebrow arches in amusement, Alyssa's poised for intervention, but for now, they let it play out. This is The View at its unapologetic best, a cauldron of opinions where politeness takes a backseat to passion. As the camera zooms in on Evans' clenched jaw, you can almost hear the collective breath holding from coast to coast. Little do they know, this exchange will redefine viral moments, racking up over 50 million views in 24 hours, spawning memes, think pieces, and even late-night monologues. But rewind to that pivotal first minute. Joy's question hangs in the air, challenging Evans not just as an actor, but as a symbol of male allyship in a post-#MeToo era. He pauses, the studio lights glinting off his cufflinks, and responds with measured calm. "Joy, with respect, I've been calling out that boys' club since my first red carpet, donating to women's funds, mentoring young directors. But let's flip it. Why does the media love pitting women against each other while giving men a pass?" The audience gasps, a ripple of applause follows, and just like that, the gloves are off. Behar's eyes widen, not in offense but delight, she lives for this pushback. The clash isn't just personal, it's a microcosm of broader cultural wars, where celebrity endorsements clash with journalistic jabs, and authenticity battles optics. As the segment unfolds, we'll unpack every barb, every rebuttal, and the fallout that followed, from think pieces in The Atlantic to fan edits on TikTok. Stay tuned, because this isn't just TV drama, it's a seismic shift in how we view our heroes, both on and off the screen. And if you're just joining us, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into pop culture collisions that keep us all talking. Now, let's roll the tape and relive the moment that made headlines from LA to London. Diving deeper into the heart of the storm, we see Joy Behar doubling down with the precision of a seasoned comedian turned inquisitor, her voice rising an octave as she counters Evans' deflection. "Oh, honey, donations are cute, but where's the action? Last year, you skipped the Women's March for a ski trip, coincidence or complacency?" The studio audience lets out a collective, "Ooh," the kind that fuels reality TV feuds, while off-camera, producers scramble to cue commercial breaks early. Evans, his Boston roots shining through in a flash of defiance, leans into the table, forearms flexing under rolled sleeves, and fires back. "Joy, that ski trip was a fundraiser for avalanche victims, mostly women in rural communities hit hardest by climate change, which I'm fighting tooth and nail. But let's talk The View. How many episodes have you dedicated to amplifying voices of color in Hollywood versus dunking on white guys like me? The room temperature skyrockets. Whoopi jumps in with a timely, all right, let's not turn this into a roast, but her grin betrays her enjoyment of the spectacle. Sarah Haynes nods vigorously, muttering, fair point, while Sunny scribbles notes, ever the lawyer prepping for cross-examination. This back and forth isn't scripted, far from it. The View thrives on organic sparks, and this one's a bonfire. Behar, undeterred, waves a manicured hand dismissively, amplifying. We built this table for that. But you, Mr. Perfect, with your shield and your smirk, when do you drop the hero act and admit the industry's still rigged? Evans chuckles, but it's laced with edge, his eyes locking onto hers like a scene from one of his blockbusters. Rigged, absolutely. That's why I started the Evans Equity Fund, $10 million for diverse scripts last quarter alone. But Joy, your hot takes sometimes feel more like heat than light. Call me out, fine, but let's build, not just burn. The audience erupts, half cheering for the underdog actor standing tall, half for Behar's unfiltered truth-telling that's made her an icon. Clips flood Twitter immediately. One user tweets, Chris Evans just Captain America Joy Behar, shield up, facts flying. Hashtag View Clash, garnering 200k likes in minutes. Another camp defends Joy. Finally, someone grills the pretty boy on his privilege. Go off, Queen, hashtag Team Behar. The viral velocity is unprecedented. By noon, it's eclipsed election buzz, with CNN panels debating if this signals a new era of celebrity accountability theater. Back on set, the exchange pivots to lighter terrain momentarily. Alyssa Farah Griffin steers toward Evans' new film, praising its female lead, but the undercurrent lingers, every laugh laced with subtext. Evans, gracious as ever, compliments the panel. Ladies, you keep me honest, that's why I love coming here. But Behar isn't done, she quips, honest. Wait till we talk politics, Captain. The threat hangs, promising more fireworks, and indeed, as the segment rolls on, it delivers. This moment crystallizes why The View endures. It's not polite chit-chat, it's a mirror to society's fractures, held up by women who've seen it all. Evans, for his part, embodies the modern star, polished yet principled, willing to engage without ego. Yet the clash reveals vulnerabilities. Behar's passion sometimes blurs into provocation, while Evans' poise masks the exhaustion of constant scrutiny. As viewers at home rewind and react, forums light up with analysis, from feminist blogs hailing Joy's persistence to fan sites lionizing Chris's composure. One viral thread on Reddit tallies points, like a boxing match, with Evans edging ahead on facts, Behar on flair. But beyond scores, this exchange humanizes both. Joy, 83 and fierce, reminding us age is no barrier to bite. Chris, 44 and evolving, showing growth amid glare. The segment's midpoint ad break allows a reset, but tension simmers, producers whisper updates on spiking ratings, while the co-hosts huddle, debating boundaries. When they return, the air is thicker, charged with unspoken stakes. For Evans, a potential PR pivot, for Behar, a reaffirmation of her edge. And as the conversation veers toward Hollywood's power dynamics, we see the true genius of this viral vortex. It's not just entertainment, it's education disguised as entertainment, forcing us to question our idols and ourselves. As the dust settles from the opening salvos, the dialogue escalates into a full-throated exploration of Hollywood's entrenched inequalities, with Joy Behar wielding her experience like a gavel, pounding the table lightly for emphasis. Chris, I've been in this game since before you were born, pounding pavement for roles that went to blondes half my talent. Your fund, admirable, but it's a drop in the ocean when studios greenlight another superhero flick with the same old faces. The camera catches a flicker of surprise in Evans' expression. He's used to praise for his philanthropy, not this surgical dissection. He counters swiftly, his voice steady but volume rising. Joy, respect your trailblazing, truly. But that, same old faces, includes me turning down leads to uplift unknowns, like the director of Red Horizon, a queer Latina who couldn't get a meeting till I vouched. Applause swells, drowning out Whoopi's attempt to mediate. Y'all are making my job hard today. Sunny Hostin seizes the moment, adding, Joy, Chris has a point. Allyship starts with seats at the table, not just critiques from it. Behar rolls her eyes theatrically, drawing laughs. Allyship. Please, it's optics until paychecks match. How much did you bank for Avengers, Chris, while stuntwomen scrape by? The question lands like a gut punch, exposing the salary disparity chasm that's plagued Tinseltown for decades. Evans doesn't flinch, instead, he nods solemnly, fair call out. I pushed for parity on set, equal pay for my co-stars, transparency clauses. But Joy, the View's got its own glass ceiling. How many times have you been sidelined for younger voices? The reversal stings. Behar pauses, sipping water to buy time, her wit momentarily weaponized against her. The audience leans in, phones aloft, capturing every nuance for posterity. This is peak television, raw, revelatory, and relentlessly real. Social media, meanwhile, morphs into a war zone. TikTok splice the exchange with dramatic music, one edit garnering 10M views with the caption, "When Aunt Joy meets America's ass, fight." Instagram Reels parody the banter, while LinkedIn posts analyze it as a masterclass in difficult conversations. By mid-afternoon, celebrities weigh in. Scarlett Johansson tweets support for Evans' equity work, while Bette Midler sides with Behar. Joy's the og truth teller we need. The viral spread isn't accidental, it's amplified by algorithms hungry for conflict, turning a 10-minute segment into a 24/7 spectacle. Back on stage, the panel regroups around common ground. All agree on the need for systemic change, with Evans sharing a story of mentoring a young actress denied roles due to her hijab. Behar softens visibly, sharing her own battles in the 80s comedy scene, where sexism was sport. We both fight the good fight, kid, just differently, she concedes, a rare olive branch. Evans grins. To different fights, same war. The détente is electric, humanizing the combatants and earning a standing ovation. Yet beneath the harmony lurks the clash's core. Generational gaps in activism, where boomers like Joy prioritize confrontation, millennials like Chris favor collaboration. Critics later praise the segment for bridging that divide, with Variety calling it the most substantive celebrity interview of the year. Fans, however, crave the chaos, petitioning for a rematch, unaware this was spontaneous gold. As commercials fade back in, the co-hosts buzz with post-clash energy, Whoopi declaring, "That was better than any movie." Off mic, Evans hugs Behar, whispering something that draws her laugh, a private piece amid public storm. This interlude reveals the humanity behind the headlines. Two icons, flawed and fierce, navigating a world that demands perfection. The segment's latter half promises more, delving into politics where lines blur further, but for now, this equity exchange stands as a testament to dialogue's power. It challenges viewers. Are we allies or audiences? Do we critique to connect or condemn? Evans and Behar, unwittingly, gift us a blueprint: passion without pettiness, truth without toxicity. As clips circulate globally, from Mumbai multiplexes to London lounges, the message resonates: change starts with uncomfortable chairs at uncomfortable tables. And in this case, that table's round, hot, and unyieldingly honest. Transitioning seamlessly yet searingly into the political powder keg, Joy Behar ignites the next fuse with a pivot that's pure View vintage. Speaking of fights, Chris, you're all in on climate action, love it. But on voting rights, crickets. With midterms looming, where's Captain America registering voters in red states? The question slices through the goodwill like a vibranium blade, pinning Evans to his progressive pedestal. The audience hushes, sensing the shift from industry woes to national nerves, especially with 2026 elections casting long shadows. Evans, ever the strategist, exhales deeply, his chair creaking under the weight of expectation. Joy, not crickets. I've hosted 3 voter drives in Georgia alone this year, partnered with Stacey Abrams' group. But let's be real. Media amplifies celebrity stances on easy wins like Oscars diversity, but dodges the voter suppression minefield. Your show called out January 6th. Kudos, but how about amplifying local heroes fighting gerrymandering? Behar's retort is lightning quick. We do. But you influencers with millions of followers, use them. Or is it scary when the MAGA machine turns on you? The MAGA machine line draws cheers and boos in equal measure, polarizing the crowd like a rally. Whoopi intervenes with gravitas. Family, this is why we talk. Disagreement done right. Alyssa, the conservative voice, nods to Evans. Appreciate the on-ground work, it's more than tweets. Sarah adds levity. Just don't shield bash us into oblivion. Laughter breaks the ice, but the core contention simmers: celebrities as change agents versus cautious contributors. Evans presses. Scary, sure. I lost brand deals after speaking on gun reform. But silence is scarier. Joy, you've got the platform. Imagine a View town hall on election integrity. Behar concedes a point. I'd host it tomorrow, if you'd co-moderate. The offer hangs, a tantalizing what if that sparks immediate buzz. Viewers at home flood comment sections. Evans for president. Nah, but View Prez, yes. Hashtag viral View vibes. The clip's traction explodes, with MSNBC looping it as the accountability hour Hollywood needed, while Fox counters with liberal lecturing from La La Land. By evening, it's fodder for podcasters, from Joe Rogan mocking the woke wrestling to Kara Swisher praising the policy depth. This political plunge elevates the clash beyond gossip, positioning it as a civic call to arms. Evans shares a poignant anecdote. A fan letter from a suppressed voter in Texas, moved to action by his Instagram story. Behar counters with her own, interviewing civil rights vets who fought without spotlights. Mutual respect blooms amid the barbs, underscoring shared stakes in democracy's defense. We're on the same team, Joy, just different plays, Evans says, fist bumping across the table. She quips back, as long as you don't pass the ball to the refs. Guffaws ensue, diffusing tension without diluting discourse. The segment's emotional peak hits when Sunny reveals stats, 20% voter turnout drop in key demographics, urging action. Evans pledges live, $1 million matching donations via my foundation, tonight only. The spontaneous generosity stuns, eliciting tears from Haynes and whoops from the crowd. Behar, touched, adds, match accepted, and View matches too. The cross-promotion seals the segment's legacy, turning Feud into fundraise. Social fallout, priceless, hashtags like hashtag vote with View trend, driving registrations up 15% overnight per early reports. Memes evolve. Evans photoshopped as Uncle Sam, Behar is Liberty leading the charge. Yet beneath the virality lies substance. This exchange spotlights how fame can fuel or falter fixes, challenging stars to step beyond scripts. For Evans, it's a masterclass in measured militancy. For Behar, a reminder that provocation pairs best with partnership. As the panel winds toward wrap-up, the air hums with possibility, perhaps a sequel special looms. Viewers leave inspired, not inflamed, proving clash can catalyze. In a fractured media landscape, moments like this are oxygen, breathlessly honest, vitally necessary. They remind us politics isn't punditry, it's people, pushing through the noise. And as screens dim on this chapter, the echo lingers, when heroes clash, we all win. With politics simmering to a strategic simmer, the conversation circles back to personal turf, where Joy Behar probes the man behind the myth, her tone shifting from interrogator to intriguer. Alright, truce on the big stuff. Tell us, Chris, post-Dodger Stadium proposal to Alba, what's the secret to that rock-solid romance in Tinseltown's tornado? The question disarms, drawing AWWS from the audience and a genuine blush from Evans, who's navigated tabloid tempests with quiet dignity. He rubs his neck sheepishly. Secret. Therapy Tuesdays, no joke. And date nights without devices. Alba keeps me grounded, she's the real superpower. Behar, married 55 years to Steve Janowitz, lights up, therapy. Smart, Steve and I credit it for surviving my View rants. But spill, worst breakup blunder. Laughter ripples as Evans winces, recounting a youthful faux pas. Sent a carrier pigeon with a breakup note, romantic fail, allergic reaction win for her. The self-deprecation charms, easing the earlier edge into easy camaraderie. Whoopi shares her divorce wisdom, love's a verb, not a vacation. Sunny chimes. Preach, mine's salsa dancing survival. The panel's vulnerability vortex pulls Evans deeper, he admits fatherhood fears post his twins' birth, shields heavy when it's diaper duty. Behar nods sagely, parenting's the ultimate plot twist, mine with son Clyde taught me humility over hubris. This relational round-robin reveals the clash's connective tissue, beneath battles lie bonds, universal and unscripted. Social media softens too, threads shift from skirmish scores to swoon sessions, with hashtag Evans heartthrob spiking searches for his rom-coms. 1. Viral post. From Feud to Feels, Behar and Evans dropping relationship realness greater than any therapy sesh. The pivot humanizes, countering the conflict's combative clips with compassionate cuts. Yet Joy can't resist a gentle jab, so, no more flings with co-stars. Hollywood's loss. Evans laughs heartily. Co-stars are colleagues now, boundaries beat box office. The exchange underscores industry evolution, from flirtations to professionalism, earning nods all around. As anecdotes flow, the segment's spirit soars, less lion tamer, more living room chat. Evans EV,